Well, good morning, everyone. So, boat clean-up day. Marcus there, cleaning the old tubes up. So you haven't met Marcus yet. He's got a face that your mother would like to slap. This is known. What's she called, sorry, Marcus?
That'd be Red 5.
Red 5. We've got Red 5 on the boat there. She was a little bit dusty, and it's been stored outside for a little while it's having this work done. So we're just going through it now, and I thought I'd give you a run through on what we've got and what she looks like. So, don't know if any of you saw on social media, one of the main problems I've had is the bracket for these remotes. So a big job that needs to be done. I've now found a guy who said he'll fabricate some. So they locate sort of in this part here, and then there's another part of the bracket, and then they sit quite high actually. They sit about here. So need those. Fire extinguisher goes in that part there. All the anchor rope, and that's okay. That's all greased up and that's all lubed up. Thought this was going to annoy me a little bit, but actually, as it turns out, I'm at my eye line now. So yeah, it's not in the way. Don't look too bad actually. I thought it was going to be somewhere like that when you were driving along, like I'm in a Formula 1 car, but it's not. It's up there. So that's all right. All these gauges have been replaced. The ones that came off it had slight water damage in the tops of these, so nice new set there. That looks really good. This is what I was saying in the other video about Simon's put the keys in here now, one for each engine, and also on this you've got isolators for the engines, both engines, so you can link them together. So that's the dashboard. That just needs cleaning up. I've got some of these nuts, it's not like they're missing. I have got these. Seats in good condition, so that's all right. I've got the seat for this. I'm just having this recovered. This wasn't in great condition, the one I got for it. These are quite difficult to find, so I've found one, but it does need recovering. So I'm having that covered in quite a decent material. There's your footwell for your passengers. So now I've got our ICOM inside, my unit. Oh, sorry, mate, sorry. So that's good, and I've got the microphone is located down there, and it's all controllable from the as well. And then Velcro needs replaced on that. It doesn't quite hold it well enough. And here we have our Axiom 9 RV. So Real Vision gives you all the oh, that is that a screen there? Is that what you're saying about? Is that a
Screen cover.
is that a protector?
It's got to be.
Not sticky there. So that's our chart plotter. Now, I've had people say, is it a problem it being behind? If you're running solo, you can't see your chart plotter. Very true, except this chart plotter also runs through Bluetooth on your phone. So what I'll have for the helmsman is you'll run everything through your chart plotter, and I'll always run this as a 2 or 3 crew anyway. I'll never run it as a single. I think it's a bit of a beast to run as a single, and you know, going out with other people is much more fun. So I can have the chart plotter on, we can have it all working, and then up here I'm going to put some sort of phone mount or something, so we can have like your phone on, so when you're sitting there you can look at it. The earlier 75s had a pod on this side with the chart plotter in it, so these fit on here just to hold that on, and they sort of slot in. At some point they sort of slot in, and I'm missing some screws, so I need to find some screws for that. Quantum Raymarine radar on the top. We've got our antennas on the top for that, and they look great, don't they? But you can see the deck's really dirty for all the work we've had done, but we need to do that when it's outside the workshop. I'm not going to obviously do that when it's in here. Trying to think about where I'm going to relocate some of the business that was on here, because the this radar has taken up the space of obviously where the blue light would have been, and you've got your anchor light on there. So I've got a bit of an issue. I need to, not an issue, but I need to move that. The self-writer I've decided it is going to come off. I'm umming and ahhing. I still can't make a proper decision. But getting the tanks that go on here are a bit of a pain. It's just turned out to be a complete nightmare, and they need to have the right fitting on the end. I think I'm going to whip this off today. It's only cable tied up. These are where they come down and they connect up to your bottles and stuff. So I'm just going to have them off. I think it's only like literally roped onto this frame, and then what this will give us, this frame will just give us somewhere to store the diesel and the diesel. We'll not be storing diesel, will we? A bit of a silly thing to do. We're not be storing diesel, so storing our fuel, or you know, storing the cans for the fuel, because we are going to have to make some runs to places to try and get fuel on the way around. We've got our, you know, the locations that we've thought about where we're going to go to does have fuel of some sort of form, or can be available to be gotten from the marinas or harbours. So I'm just going through the bits I still need to get, some of the straps I need to replace. And there you go. Having a nice day, Marcus?
Fantastic.
Are you looking forward to the trip?
Oh yeah.
Are
It's
you?
going to be amazing.
Are you? Which bit is you looking forward to the best?
The Scottish part.
Are you really?
And the Welsh part. I'll go with the East Coast and all. Why not?
I'm not sure about the East Coast. I think it's going to be a bit boring. Just
Good
oil,
fishing,
oil
though.
rigs and big boats, isn't it?
Good fishing, I do.
And wind farms. So anyway, have a little bit more of a clear up, and we'll see you again in a bit. So as you know, this is a spares boat, and these, unbelievably, is all the bits I've found on the boat. So these have been all under the tubes, and that, look at all that. It's a mess, isn't it? And it's obviously where they've just took bits off, and the cable ties and all that kind of stuff has just been thrown down. There's even a socket there, look. What size is that? 14 mil. Sharing 13.
Or 10.
Or a 10. Exactly.
You always lose the 10.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't believe that's all the mess. All that rope and everything, all that on the table is what I've found lying in the crevices and that of this boat. So I can't imagine those screws rattling around near the tubes would have been very good. But, so I'm glad I did check right under the tubes. What a mess. I've cleaned all the tubes up. We've got loads of nuts and bolts out of it, as you saw on the video. But today is the day that I'm taking this to Safety Boat Services, where hopefully they're going to be able to make me a bracket for the remote. It's the only thing that's held me up, really. Everything else has been pretty smooth sailing. Yeah, it's looking good. Put the sea anchor back on. We've just been tidying up some of the ropes, replacing these with new ties. Some of these are quite old, so just replacing some of those. So I've tucked it all away. This is how I like to travel, from what I've learned. Obviously aerials down. I've got a top to on this, as you very well know, probably, if I've shown you this on the video already. But until then, I've got to support this radar slightly. So I'll just like put a bit of polystyrene in there just to stop this from bouncing too much. I found it bounces. And I've just rested the engines over. Another bit of polystyrene in there just to protect the side of the cowling. Wow, imagine that. Abandoned ship.
It'll keep you alive.
£105 for the crucible one.
Okay. And are they just a standard size? Lengthwise and girth?
Depends what make you get really, but
Right.
ones we do are...
I'm just trying to find, I did take the measurements of the ones that are actually on the boat, the holders. Because what it is, it's like a...
Yeah, as soon as we finish polishing them, you see, we always just get them covered, so we don't.
Quite excited to see what they look like. It's like Christmas.
It is actually. In fact, I then realised how much tape I put on.
Let's have a look.
And how much bubble wrap I put on.
I know.
So that's obviously
Oh, look at that. That's the one, innit? Oh yeah, that's the one, innit?
got that.
So all I've got to do really is just put my 2 holes in it and just, just get them drilled in, hold it up, drill them up, and
Yeah.
that should look amazing.
So
The
if
other
you,
one,
if you mark them with your hand, if you again just
just so you know.
just go left to right when you clean them, because that's the direction of the grain.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, they're amazing. Thanks so much. That's really, really good. And like I said, I'll just let you know about the other little bit then, and when I hear back from Fiona on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really pleased with them. They look amazing.
Yeah, they're nice, don't they?
So, a really good guy called Adrian Bloor has sent me the dimensions I needed for the bracket for the remotes. So I'm here at Safety Boat Services, where they've just made these up for me. So they're just being dried now, and I'm just bringing some bits. These 2 guys, this is Dan and Cosmin from Safety Boat Services, have been a great help. So she's in here just having this bracket made, and the radar reflector is going back on. We're going to put it on a little bit higher, so she'll be made a bit higher. So I'll have to run these areas, unfortunately, are in line, so I'll have to run them facing forwards when she's on the trailer, but that doesn't matter. And also I've had the rollers moved forward as well, which just it seems to sit so much nicer than it did. So dead chuff with that. So they sit in there now, because they were set up for the 85. It's slightly longer. Undecided on whether I'm going to move the nose forward yet, so I can move this section forward. Undecided I'm going to do that yet. So as you can see, it's coming along nicely now. Yeah, it's really coming along well, the boat. It's moved on a little bit since the video you just saw. I'm away working at the moment, so I just thought I'd do a quick little video on the end of this just to say thank you so much for everyone who's helped me in those stages you just saw. C3 Engineering, amazing. Safety Boat Services, Dan and Cosmin, amazing, really good. The bracket's on, it's back in the workshop, so that's really cool. A guy called Adrian Bloor, thank you mate, you supplied me with the dimensions for the bracket, and that really got me out of a fix because the dimensions were bang on. So thank you so much for taking time to do that. And like I say, I'll show you some of these controls. It looks really good now. So the boat's back and I'm so impressed with it, but my God, this is hard work. And I haven't said where I'm going yet. I haven't given you the actual locations. I will do like a little video on it, but I'm so busy at the moment, it's nearly swore. It's mental. So I'm trying to fit in where I can, and this editing does take a bit of time, as I'm sure many of you know how long it takes. So I'm doing my best to get it together. The only bit of information that's just that's fairly new, which I'm really disappointed about, is you saw my brother in the video, who was supposed to be coming on this trip with me, Tim. He was supposed to be coming. So he's had to have an operation. I'm not going to go into too many details about the operation, but it does mean that he's decided now that he can't make it. He just thinks it's going to be too much for him. It is a long way, and it's hard work. So Tim's now pulled out, and he can't do it, and he's gutted. I'm proper gutted, because it was a real, it's going to be a really good time for me to spend time, kind of getting to know my older brother, so I'm a bit disappointed. However, I really hope he's still going to help me. He's just trying to get over this operation at the moment. It's not been good. So that's where we are at the moment. At the moment, it's a 2-man crew. For all I know, it might go down to a 1-man crew. So I need to, not that I'd run it as a 1-man, but yeah, that's where I am with it. So anyway, this phone is really aching. This phone is hurt. I'll have to change hands. Sorry, I'm going to change hands. So taking the dogs out, thanks very much for everything. Thanks for following me along. Hope it's not been too boring for you. and I'll keep checking these videos out. You know, I get a lot of support and I do appreciate it, so thanks. And yeah, look out for the next one, and I'll keep, you know, smashing them out. See ya.